LazarBeam, amazing job in the film. It's so cool that Free Guy included streamers and gamers to be amongst the people that are in the film. But despite the uniqueness of your career path, what is it like to be in a 20th century Fox movie as essentially an avatar watching the birth of AI?
I mean, I never ever thought I would be in a movie. I'll start with that. And I learned I probably should never be in one again because I'm not the best actor. I think this was such a unique meeting point between new YouTube streaming culture and stuff and the traditional big budget movie. But it was such a unique pairing because of the concept of this movie. I'm so lucky that I was one of the people chosen or asked to be a part of it. I never thought it would ever happen. I'm still kind of in disbelief it did happen. And I don't know, I can't wait to hopefully see myself on the big screen at some point, although I don't think movie theaters here will be open currently. But I'm definitely very excited to see it one day.
But
see myself on that big screen.
I saw you on the big screen when this was the first movie I saw back in theaters. And man,
oh really?
Yeah, absolutely. This movie
that's really cool.
Incredible. Now, how much of the story did you know before you guys started shooting?
He said I could read the entire script if I wanted, but I said I didn't want to.
Really?
Just because I wanted to be able to see it. Obviously, I read my part. Obviously, I have to do that. But no, outside of that, I disregarded everything because I wanted to be able to watch it properly and see it. Which I have been lucky enough to do on a smaller screen, but
sure.
So I knew nothing going in. I knew the concept of the movie, same as sort of anyone did, I suppose. But so it made sense, my inclusion, I guess. But yeah, as far as the minute details, no, I wanted to avoid everything.
That's incredible. Now, do you think that Free Guy's portrayal of gamers in gaming is accurate?
I think it's always going to be tough for a movie to get it perfect because there's obviously restrictions around ratings and all that sort of stuff and telling a story. I think they did a very good job though, because I think the director actually cared, which is nice. He sourced the information. He told me how much he came in, not necessarily understanding everything, but made the effort to educate himself. Even when I was in the parts that I'm involved in, he allowed me to have input on how I would word things. He was really receptive to the input of others and, people's opinions on it. And I think that's why they did it really well.
I mean, yeah, that's something that you spoke about a little bit earlier on, is that authenticity that comes with it by your guys' inclusions. Now, did you film, or did the film actually change the way that you kind of approach playing video games at all?
Nah, still just go and kill every NPC I could, still, I'm not going to play GTA, man. I'm gonna be careful what I say in the interview. I'm not gonna say I drive around. You know what I mean. But
sure.
I don't know. It definitely makes you think sometimes, though. What if we're computer code? What if we're right? NPCs?
Well,
maybe I should treat them better.
That's exactly what I was just about to ask you next. Is does Free Guy change the way you perceive NPCs at all?
Yeah. I think. It definitely makes you think. Especially if karma exists, you'd sure hope that they're not real. You'd sure
right?
hope.
It's amazing. Now, without giving any spoilers away, and obviously without including your scene, what was your favorite part of Free Guy?
Oh, well, you said excluding my scene because I was gonna say, my favorite part. I mean, as a whole, I just think, it goes back to that authenticity.
Sure.
Because otherwise I would probably be giving away spoilers if I said my favorite scene and stuff. But I think just the way they sort of mend the movie and the real gaming world, I guess, now is probably the coolest part.
Is there a game out there currently right now that you think is nobody's talking about it, but everybody should be?
Oh God. I think gaming's in a bit of a tough spot right now, in all honesty. I mean, there's probably definitely some indie games and stuff that I haven't seen that are probably incredible games that I haven't played. But I think as a whole, the big mainstream games, gaming's in a very interesting spot right now. But
why do you say that?
Well, I just don't think there's any game that's really, especially maybe YouTube and Twitch and streaming scene more so than actually just people playing games.
Right.
There hasn't been anything lately that's really taken over. I think there was a game last year called Among Us that really took over.
Yeah.
there hasn't been this new fresh thing that's sort of like, changed and like got everyone super excited and super involved with. We've been sort of missing that. So I think that's a tough thing to say because there's probably some indie games I'm missing. But as far as mainstream stuff, it's a bit of a tough spot right now.
Well, look, LazarBeam, thank you so much for your time, man. It's so cool that you guys were included in this film. And I really hope people get a chance. Hopefully you get a chance to see it on the big screen because it is a sight to behold. It is a lot of fun.
I'll be booking my own theater at some point, even if it's like already out of theaters. I'll be doing something. I'll be figuring out a way.
That sounds amazing. Hey, if you're booking your own theater, man, I'm right there with you. But thank you so much, LazarBeam, for your time, brother.